a couple of other points that I think are useful as we think about the spread of these ideas or making them more attractive or encouraging people to use new tools. Convincing people that the tools are useful to them seems to be a really important incentive. And again, there's different ways to frame, say, writing up a pre-analysis plan. One way to frame it is, God, it's this really awful thing you have to do before you write a paper, and it's this burden, and the other way is, hey, it makes your research better to think through the design before you actually launch the study. You're going to find mistakes, you're going to improve what you're doing, and you're going to be more likely to get published or something. So to the extent that researchers, understand, if it's true, understand that you can do better research with these methods, that's going to be a very powerful incentive to adopt them. And again, the other thing that's going to encourage the spread of new tools is going to be training the next generation. Really, having these tools disseminate widely, encourage people to think about them and use them. If you don't have as much at stake, if you don't have a whole lifetime worth of research that was carried out with methods that may not be as credible, why not use the more credible approaches? I think it's going to be insiders who have built up a lot of work in an area that are going to resist change the most. That's what Kuhn would say. That's totally logical. There's sort of a clean slate with new scholars. These transparency methods, registration, pre-analysis plans, data sharing, all these things could become adopted very quickly. In labor economics or in development economics, in 5 or 10 years, there was a huge shift in the nature of research. So the same thing could happen. It could be that in a relatively short amount of time, these approaches are widely used, but again, there could be divergence. And I think that if I had to put money on what's going to happen, it may look something like this. There may be subgroups of scholars in political science, psychology, and economics, subfields where the methods take off, and others where they don't for a while. Maybe eventually they'll spread everywhere.